All right, welcome to the April 2022 unofficial, unauthorized, unapproved, unloved Local 241 membership meeting report here at the Chicago Transit Justice Coalition. We have co-organizers Nicole, Kathy, Andre, and myself, the moderator, Brother Eric. Go ahead, Nicole.
Oh, good morning, guys. Good morning. I wanted to start and give the unofficial report from the 241 April 5th meeting. Of course, as usual, there's a lot of bickering in there, but it's healthy, is what I'll say. A couple of things that I want to talk about that stands out. Give me 1 minute. Tom's trying to get in the meeting, and he asking me, "Where's the meeting?" So he's not.
Hey, Nicole, let me take care of that. I'll send it to him, okay? I'll take care of it. You go ahead. You just tell me what you need, and I'll handle it in the background.
Okay, so we want to talk about the meeting. First of all, officers wasn't present. We had Toy Bowers out. This is her second consecutive meeting not being there. So I don't know if she's sick for 2 months or sick permanently till she retired, but she's sick. And it's sickening to me that she's out and no one can handle her job while she's there. We have members taking notes, taking minutes when other officers are supposed to be doing it. Everybody here seems to not know their jobs, but they collect a paycheck. And it's very alarming what's going on in Local 241. You know, we have corrupt officers, and we have corrupt extra board and stewards. Their accountability is very little to none. Keith stacks the room with executive board members and stewards so that we can get no business taken care of at Local 241. So I understand why members don't want to come to the meetings, but it's very serious that members come, because our financial state is just, I don't even know. I'm trying to investigate. But as of today, as of April 5th, the members don't know where their money is. That's one of the big things that we need to talk about today. Question was asked by myself to keep here, because of course Toy Bowers was not there, was where was the membership money? He says in Amalgamated Bank. And I said, well, that's not on this profit and loss. And he says, it's always been there. And I said, well, yeah, okay, so it's always been here. So I pull up the profit and loss they hand out. And I said, well, on this profit and loss, it says New Union Bank. He says that Amalgamated Bank changed their name. I said, no, they didn't change their name. You know, it's still Amalgamated Bank. I actually called to verify. You know, I said, are you guys changing your name? He said, no. So I said, well, where's the money? Where's the members' money at? So we have allegedly, we supposed to have like $2 million in the bank, but what bank is it? So that should be a big concern to all the members, because our dues are continuously being deducted and we have no idea where it is. Toy Bowers is out 2 months in a row. That sets off alarm to me. Like, to me, I want to say, and this is just my personal opinion, they're stealing our money and they're retiring, and who knows where it could be. I mean, that's a big step, but when the financial secretary is out 2 months in a row and she's getting ready to retire, and we already know money's missing, I'm going to prove later during this conversation how money is missing. So those are alarming things to me. And what's more alarming is that we have the executive, we have the president who straight out lies to our face about the money. He says it's in a bank, It's not there. It shows nowhere on the profit and loss that it's there. But then we have the financial secretary who's been out 2 months, but she's retired from the CTA and she will soon be retired from us. And he says she's handling business. She's handling business. So she's handling our millions from home. So is she going to the grocery store with our money? What's she doing with our money? She's not coming to work, doing her job. So that sounds awful alarm to me. I don't know about nobody else, but it's like this. They can tell us we got $2 million in the bank, but as soon as we start asking questions, they can't show us what we have in the bank, that's very alarming. Very, very alarming. And I'm gonna continue to say that throughout this meeting because the only reason why we're a union is because of our dues. That's the money. If there's no money, there's no union. Nobody would be in this union. Now they're supposed to be in it for other reasons, but it's the money. And the money has been coming up short lately. And actually, I don't know if we have money. They say we have money, and I'm gonna keep saying that, but we can't see money. No bank statements showing that amount, just their word. Their word does not mean anything to me. So I'm gonna go back to the money. Last month, they had on the profit and loss, they had pension refunds. And it was like, let me make sure I got this right because I don't want to give out bad information.
It was 89,000 as far as the LM2 report. They say they got reimbursed 89,000. This is Andre Thompson.
Right. Per the LM2, they say 89,000.
He rolled off his mouth, said it was a reimbursement from the pension board of over 300,000.
Yeah, that's about how much they were. It was like 200 and some thousand that they were giving out in refunds. So of course, again, Toy was not there. So I questioned Keith Hill. I said, Keith, did everybody receive their refund check? He said, yes. Everybody received their refund check. I said, Keith, because it's not on this profit and loss, everybody received the refund, right? So he said, yeah, we mailed them to them. And I was like, you mailed them to them because you was having members come down to the office to pick up the checks. And he says, no, we mailed them all out. Then later on, another member asked him, he says, oh, no, yeah, we got about 2 more people. They were on vacation. They're going to come back and pick it up. So he's just lying on top of lie on top of lie. But here's the kick of the matter. I asked Keith, I said, it's funny. I see the money going out, the refunds going out, but I never saw the money come in. He said, yeah, it came in a couple of months ago. I said, well, Keith, I looked back to research it. I can't find it. Can you help me out? He was reluctantly willing to help me. I was surprised. He wanted to make me look bad, and that's fine, because if in fact that it was true, I'm okay with it. I just want to know. It's nothing personal that when I asked him a question, if he can show me, then okay, then I think we're doing business as usual. But here's the problem. He went and got the report and he shows it to me. And I look at it. I said, great, but there's a problem. So I said, Keith, this amount says now on the LM2, it says what, 89,000, Andre?
89,000, yeah.
Right.
89,000.
On the LM2, it says 89,000. On the paper Keith shows me, it say 111,000. But on the money that they gave out, it shows over 200 and something thousand dollars. So my question was, Keith,
you got Tion stating that it was over 300,000.
Right, Tion is over $300 in refunds due. So I said, Keith, that's a big difference. It's over $100,000 in difference. And he said his response to me was, "You're right, Nicole. I'm right. Well, what's the difference in this money?" That's a big difference of the members' money. Members have to come and ask these questions. Here's the problem why they don't like me, because I ask the hard questions and I expect the hard answer. I don't expect to say, well, Keith answered, let me get back to this. Keith said, the president says, oh, the members have to eat some costs. So you mean to tell me the members have to eat a cost of a refund, but we eat the cost that's more than the refund itself. So you're stealing 241 officers and executive board members and stewards. They're all stealing. And one thing that stands out to me about these meetings, Tion, Kane, William Pierce, who's just a member who's down there doing officers' work. Roger Love. Here's a problem. Mimi. Who else? We got a whole bunch of them. I mean, we could show you because it's on the minutes. We'll show you there. We're not just going to call them out because we don't like them or they think we don't like them, because it's all in the minutes. It shows you who's at the meeting. But they're so busy to rush and accept the profit and loss so their questions can't be asked. It's ridiculous. They're stealing and they all know.
Can I make a statement about the profit and loss?
You can.
Well, during a meeting, every meeting since I've been there, been coming, the profit and loss has always been presented and voted on. The profit and loss, me and Keith had a discussion. I asked him about that. It should not be voted on. It should be just presented to the members. It's nothing to vote on. And he was using that as a vote to replace Toy's financial report. And all that should not be taking place. So he tried to make it seem like it was something that's supposed to took place. Then he went on and admitted it. It's something that should be given out. And once I caught him on that, I said, well, if it should be given out, why is you down here voting on it? Because can't nobody go over this profit and loss in a couple of minutes.
Right.
So what they're doing is they put the stuff in the profit and loss, and then they make it seem like the membership is okaying that. So that all that stuff is improper.
Well, Andre. A point of clarity to that. No, it is also the executive board, people like Jack Bear, who's also pushing this profit and loss, because they all, he used to be a financial secretary, then he walked away from it. I guess his fingers got sticky and he got busted. He walked away from it. Now he's an executive board member. And he knows how it works. So he tried to fast talk the members saying, yeah, this is right and this is not. But here's the thing. Not only, I don't know why we can even trust Jack Bear, because he was the financial reporting secretary and he quit. He should not even be holding any spot in the union as of today, but he always has an answer for the financial, for the profit and loss. But to add insult to injury, as his job as an executive board member, it is part of their duties to look at those financial reports and go over them and make sure that our money isn't doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing, and we actually have money and it's actually in a bank. But the executive board has not been doing it. Because they hurry up and vote to accept it and move on from it. But how can myself, just a member, I can get the profit and loss in 5 minutes, scan through it and find over $100,000 missing, but the executive board pushes it through in record time, seconds. And they have their own meetings to go over this stuff. But are they all stealing? Yes, they all are stealing, because half of them are down there not doing what they're supposed to, getting paid by the local to come to a union meeting to help pass the agenda so the members can't have a proper meeting and we can't do any business. Because one thing we don't get established at these union meetings is any business, because we never get to new business to get things done. And that's set.
And this is 3 months in a row.
Right, 3 months in a row, we haven't got any business done. They're not voting on how they spending our money. They're not telling us what they're doing. Nothing. It's just injury.
We can't answer any questions. We can't bring up new issues. And all this is being done because Keith is making sure that the membership do not bring any issues up that's new. For stealing, anything that we have on our mind, any questions about the way the local is functioning. All this is being derailed by the executive board and the stewards.
Yeah, and it's their job. And members were really upset at this meeting. Members were really upset. They was like, I can't believe that you guys work for the members and y'all standing up here going against the members and their rights. And we had outcries for make sure that when elections come, they all gone because they don't have our best interest in mind. And that is a true statement. All of the executive board of stewards has to go. All they want to do is be popular and not drive their buses, but they want us to go drive our buses and make sure they get their salaries. They're padding their salaries. Oh my God, we got wardens down there making more than union stewards and union executive board members. How is that even possible?
Right.
Who voted on that? We got executive board members that's giving the day off of work to come to a union meeting and they're getting paid. They have a union day. That's the day they get paid for. And Keith is calling this special assignment. Special assignment on the dime of the members. Well, who agreed to this? It was never voted on by the members for this to take place. Tom, you have a question? Tom, you can unmute yourself. Eric, can you unmute Tom?
He got to push *6 if he on the phone. If he called in.
Oh, he called in?
Yeah, you got to push *6.
Eric. Eric, can you help me out here with Tom?
Yeah, I think Tom is in. He went through, you know, the regular Zoom, but he might have accidentally hit the hand raise button or something.
Oh, okay, maybe he didn't want it.
I did ask to unmute him, but yeah.
Okay, well,
I'd
Tom,
say
when you get
just keep
yourself,
going.
and if you still have a question or a concern you want to address, just unmute yourself and then interrupt us as we're talking. It's okay. So yeah, the executive board, they're all just stealing. They're making extra money. They don't want to drive the bus. I even put a motion to the floor for this type of behavior to stop. Keith told me my motion was out of order. And I said, my motion is not out of order. We're not going to pay these stewards and executive board members to come to this 10 o'clock meeting and put the members on the back burner.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be at the garages handling discipline. And this is real important to me. This is the people that we put in these positions. So I said, I put the motion to the floor, and a steward from 77 and a steward from 74 responded. The steward from 77 said to the membership, Perry Thornton, he said to the membership, the reason why I come to the 10 o'clock meeting and push my hearings back or my discipline back is because I don't want to be in traffic. I said, okay, for point of clarity, I said this as a point of clarity, because I want to get this on the record. I said, so you mean to tell me the people who pay your salary, Perry, you push them on a back burner and wait till you come from this meeting or whatever else you got to do for this particular day and not do your job to come to the 10 o'clock meeting because you don't want to fight traffic? Is that what you're saying to the membership? He said, yes. And I was in awe that no one else, Keith didn't say nothing. Oh, Tano didn't say nothing. Marquell didn't say anything. No one said anything. So, then we have, oh, go ahead.
Just something you should know, and everyone who's listening, this is what's called release time or union time. And any officer can get this, and any member can get this if the business agent or the president approves it. And what they do, this is all unions throughout the country, they use release time as a drug to get obedience. They use it to control. So even though there are probably officers who love what we're doing in the Justice Coalition, they won't say a thing, because if they do, Keith Hill and Eric Dixon will not take them off of work and pay them with our dues, or even if they don't get paid, they just want a day off. And they use that as a drug. So it's very important for people to understand this is not exceptional. This is the way things are done. And it is totally corrupt and totally wrong. Sorry.
Tom, are you ready? You have your hand up again, or maybe just push the button if you unmute yourself.
Can you hear me? I got my hand. You can't see it because I'm on the line.
Oh, he's ready.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, I wanted to say about the salaries. They're not even listing everybody's that collecting checks on the LM2 reports. Because I noticed Andre was looking at that book, and I'm sure you saw people on there that is not listed on the LM2. I think what they did with the LM2, they just lumped them in a different category and just gave them like one lump sum to payouts.
Well, that's still not right.
When it came down to officers, the officers was individually named, and this is where they can hide who's getting paid and who's getting what. Because you got William Pierce down there, he's doing Toy's job. No telling how much he's getting paid. He got access to all the information while she's running around on the run. Yeah, well, of course it is. While she's running around. Go ahead, Tom. I'm saying when you guys were in the office there, I worked as an election commissioner for the elections, and they actually listed me on the LM2 for $500 or whatever it was. And I'm sure they've got retirees on the payroll. So, well, this is how you had money. And I did see Deborah Hill name on there. You got Tion Gatewood making a lot of money. Basically, all those guys that's down there making a lot more, way more money than the people that the executive board of stewards that don't show up. And that's how you're keeping them all loyal, like Eric said, taking them off, paying them, and they become loyal to Keith and not to the membership.
Eric, leave it right
they
there
all
for a minute. Yeah, right there, Eric. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, RJ. I need to just tell Eric something.
They're basically all down there to serve Keith. They are not down there to serve the membership. They're down there to be against the membership. Go ahead, Nicole. You go with it.
So on the screen, can everybody see the screen?
No, I can't because I had to call in.
Tom, can you see the screen?
Eric, can I go back? Eric, can I go back to the link?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so right here on the screen,
Andre, go ahead and hang up and then just try again.
Okay.
So on the screen, we have a warden position, Seals Vernon, warden. He made $27,349. That's a warden. And if you look right above him, we have a steward, I believe a steward, Orlando Robinson. He made $21,000. Can anybody tell me how and who voted for a warden to make that amount of money? So that means this person is being taken off his job with the CTA.
Well, Nicole, can I say something?
You can.
They've got several wardens down there. The other ones are not listed on here.
I was just going to bring that up next time. Thank you for bringing that, because I was going to bring it. They got 3 wardens, at least to my knowledge. I don't know. You think it's 3 or you think it's more, Tom?
I know of the guy that you were talking to. What's his name? Parnell?
Yeah.
And I know this other guy, Hot Sauce.
Right, and then it's one more, Marvin.
Okay, I don't know him.
Okay, so allegedly, we have 3 wardens. So we got 3 guys doing the same job, but we only have one listed on this LM2 in the amount of $27,000. He makes more than most stewards or executive board members. How is that possible? Who voted for him to receive this amount of money? I didn't. Did you? Any other member from 241 vote on it? That business has never transpired. And this is the problem with our union, that they are so busy spending our money without our permission. But they not, and this is the way they steal. They put all these, they people in place, and they let them do what they want to do, and then they vote to steal our money. And then Keith has no answer because this $100,000 is missing. This is terrible. Not only does $100,000 is missing, just from the 4-5 meeting, it's other money. Members' checks are being cashed. And they said, and you got police investigations going on. Your ex-Keith, he said he don't know anything about it. I'm so confused. How can we just keep letting them steal our money? I filed complaints. I've emailed Toy about our bank. This is very concerning to me. The most thing that at a 4-5 meeting that's concerning to me is, where is the members' money? Do we even have money? They say we have money in New Union Bank. I Googled it. There's no New Union Bank. So do we even have money? It just bothers me. And Keith's like, no, our money is an amalgamated bank. Well, you said they changed their name. They didn't. Where's our money? Toy is out sick for 2 months. She's retiring. Is she taking our money with her when she retired? These are questions that we need to know as members. They're stealing, we know for right. They're still, I notified the international of this. I haven't got any response. I don't know. I really don't know. So
you know what response you're going to get anyways.
Well, I also asked the international, we paid them a per capita of almost $130,000 a year, a month, almost $1 million a year. So what is in there? Oh, wait, here's a New Union Bank. That's US Bank. We have something on the screen, but let's just say Chase, Union Bank location, open their hours, local official breakground or New Union Bank. It will also become BMO Harris Bank's new headquarters. But according to, and this is good. Are you guys seeing this on the screen?
I'm in.
I don't think, hey, I don't think this exists, because the search engine's coming back with anything with the words union and bank. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, and so that was my thing, because when
Union Tower, maybe he means it's at Union Station, but I don't understand if he's putting members' money in a damn bank. Why don't you know the right name of the bank?
Right, but on the profit and loss, Eric, it states New Union Bank. That's what it does not say Amalgamated Transit. It says
He stated last month, he stated that the New Union Bank was an affiliate of Amalgamated Bank. And that don't even make sense.
Didn't he say they were changing their name?
No, he didn't say they was changing. He said they was an affiliate.
But we don't put our money in affiliates. We're Amalgamated Transit Union, Local 241.
It's been the bank forever since I've been in working here. There's always been, the money has always been put in Amalgamated Bank.
So here it is, Amalgamated Bank's affiliations. I don't see
Union Bank.
Wow.
I see United Nations.
No.
I don't think
that's not the name they're using.
It clearly says on this profit and loss, New Union Bank.
Let's see. I don't know. That's a corrupt thing. That's a corrupt page. I mean, I might end up clicking on some pornography or something here. This is crazy.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you don't know what's coming up. Stop that search, Eric.
Yeah, let's stop. Let's go back to the beautiful LM2.
Okay, yeah, so this LM2 is very important. And they never thought that we would be asking questions about it, but there's lots of money missing. Tom, you have your hand up again?
Yeah, the bank is probably that Chase Bank account.
Well, that other 120,000.
I believe that's their second account, because I was told that account was established under Javier Perez.
But even though if it is, it's the members' money. We have no knowledge of this account.
Because if you remember, Jack Bayer was the one that started those payday loans to cover the expenses because they were spending all the money.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, Tom.
I believe that was through the Chase Bank.
I think so. That's why Jack Bayer is the first one to come to their defense when we ask about the money. He always knows, but he left that position. I don't respect him. By no means, I don't respect him I didn't respect him as a financial executive, and I don't respect him as an executive board member, because he was in position and he taking out payday loans without our permission. And now he wants to come back and say something about what's going on and why the members are paying refunds in addition to the refund that the pension board sent them. Andre, you have something?
Well, yeah. With the as of today, we still don't know who stole the money, the $120,000 from the union. And when asked last month, Keith was stating he don't know the names because the federal government is investigating. When the federal government investigate, we don't know who did it. They don't tell you nothing. But at the same time, he stated they got the money back. So he was up there just lying and won't tell the memberships about who stole the money, because it probably was them.
Well, can I say something on that?
Yeah, go right ahead, Tom.
If you look at one of the LM2 reports, I can't remember which one it was, they state that they claimed a fidelity bond on that money.
They did. But here's the thing.
So the bank never reimbursed them nothing. They filed a fidelity bond claim.
And we have in our possession a FOIA from the FBI saying they never even filed a report with them. Is that correct, guys? Anybody know of something like that?
Yes, we have one from them and the Chicago Police Division, Financial Crimes Division, because they put it in their report that they file a report with the police department.
Absolutely. So that's what I thought, if I was correct. But I guess.
Can I just, we're coming up to an hour soon. I mean, we could go over an hour, but I'd like to like move, because it's obvious that there's financial discrepancies here. But there's a lot of other things that happened at the meeting. There was reports that I got, and some of you all got, that members were threatened, interrupted. Can we talk more about the treatment of the members by the officers at this meeting?
Yes, they were very, well, let me just say this. Andre, go ahead. I'm gonna let you say it. Andre, go ahead.
Okay. First, when I first got in the meeting, before the meeting even got started really well, I'm sitting up there by Mimi, William Pierce, and somebody else, I don't know who it was. Tias comes in and starts hooping and hollering at me from across the room, talking about what he gonna do and all this stuff. And I'm telling him,
I'm sorry, for those who don't know,
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the brother.
Andre, for those who don't know, could you please, when you mention names of these officers, could you just tell us what department they're in?
Tian is the executive board for the supervision, and it's something definitely going on with Tian in the union, because when I look at the monthly report, he's one of the highest paid executive boards there, and he shouldn't be. But something's going on with him personally, because he comes in there and he directs the meeting every month. Basically, make sure that we don't get any motions, make sure that we don't get any debate. Anybody start debating, he counsels the debate. He counsels the meeting on a regular basis with motions. And he's getting to the point where the other members are starting to rise up, like myself and others, and they supporting the thought of this is their meeting, and Tion don't like that. So he coming at me so hard, Keith had to tell him to stop it, and Keith had to tell him, come sit by me. At first he said, no, I'm not sitting by you. He being argumentative. And then so Keith said, no, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, come sit by me. So he had to make him calm down and come sit by him, because he was trying to go at me.
Well, my thing is, I got right. Out of order at the meeting. Keith had that 74th Street store removed. Her conduct was unbecoming. He had to have her removed. So they were really cutting up time. You have something? And
I want to make one more statement before time come in.
I think you want to elaborate.
A long time ago, Eric and myself was at Kedzie, and this is the first time Eric ever met him and was seeing him, and he ever seen Eric. And we entered the room. Tion just hollered out, this guy's the reason that y'all can't use the bathroom. He's talking about Eric Bazil. He's saying that Eric Bazil was the reason that the members couldn't use the bathroom at the L. And he hollering this out. Now, this is a blatant lie on somebody. And this shows you the level of deceit that this guy got going for himself. Because Eric don't even know nothing about what he's talking about. And Eric ain't going to deny nobody the right to use a bathroom. That don't even make sense.
Right, but on the screen, if everybody pay attention, I'm gonna come right to you, Tom. On the screen, he's probably the highest paid executive board member on this list. He's making $39,000. That's why he's so upset. We messing with him, stealing his money, his side money.
And that's a lot of money for an executive board.
That's a lot of money for.
Ain't nobody else top. Like I said, he's the top.
Well, we do have one member, and I don't know who he is. Who is Timothy Westoff?
That's he's the executive board for maintenance. He don't come to the union meeting at all. He making
$42,000 from the. He don't come to the meeting.
He don't come to the meetings because one of the reasons Tim probably making this much because the executive board, the executive board for maintenance, they operate differently than ours. They operate different. He's on call. He has to go out different times of night. He don't have a set union day.
Okay.
So when they have, and then Tim kind of like march his own, but he's not gonna let Keith just make him a puppet. He don't mind getting paid, but he ain't gonna be no puppet for Keith.
I feel like he ain't letting Keith make him a puppet, but he's definitely making a hefty
He ain't gonna say nothing openly against Keith, but he don't come to the union meetings go against the membership. He don't want to be ID'd in that way.
I'm glad because this salary is a standout for me.
Well, he definitely King Keith Hill, but he's not gonna come out there and fight the membership like these other cowards do.
Well, his salary show reflect that. Let's have Tom. He has something to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to say about Tion Gatewood. That's exactly what happened because I was sitting up front there. But now, if you look at the minutes of the executive board and the membership board meetings, it's always the same two that's making the motions.
Yeah.
To adjourn and whatnot. It's either Tion Gatewood or Claudel Kane. Because I was going over the executive board minutes. Every motion made in that meeting was done by Tion Gatewood.
Clarence Covington is on there too for making some motions to cancel our meeting. It's in writing.
But he said that in his defense, Clarence Covington said they were lying on him. Now he didn't publicly say, I brung that out in the meeting. He didn't publicly say, I think they're just using his name, Andre. He didn't confirm or deny what I will say.
Yeah, but he didn't come out and fight it.
That's why
his name, and he didn't come out and fight it
because they take him off his run. What was that word Eric used? Release. They released him from his duties, and I guess he got to stick with the program to get that salary padded.
Yes, you must obey. You must show obedience to the union president, or he will punish you.
He didn't get took off this month for the union meeting. He's not in a.
Said, don't put me in that. No more. He said, don't put me in that. Nicole done told us we out of order. We're not doing our jobs, like we supposed to. But we can talk about that for on. I move that we move on to the harassment of the members in the meeting. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we know they still in it. We know Tiana's out of order, hostile, something wrong with him. We don't know exactly what, but something's going on. The salary reflects it. So we got that. So let's move on to how members are treated in the meeting. Most people think that we're hostile. And I would agree, especially myself, I'm hostile because every time I try to put a motion to the floor, I get cut off. We got the union stewards talking, and they can talk to us any kind of way. It's so yeah. If I can't get my point across, I'm a little hostile. But at the end, I get my point across, and that's what's supposed to happen. But some other members are feeling intimidated and just a tad bit scared of the president and his actions. Would anybody like to elaborate on that, Andre?
Well, at the end of the meeting, it was a full-blown explosion with the members. I witnessed Keith being disrespectful to Tamika. She's not here to confirm that, but I witnessed it. He was being disrespectful to her. He refused to answer any of her questions. He was avoiding her, and then as she was trying to question him, he walked away from her and was walking away. And some words was exchanged between the both of them. Then all of a sudden he turned around and like he was going to attack her. And they had to grab him and said, she ain't worth doing all of that for Keith. And
who said that? Who said she ain't worth it?
I don't know. Whoever grabbed him, because she was coming at him with conversations that he didn't like. And
so
he
they
turned around.
Into it. Instead of them breaking up and saying, "Come on, man, you the president, you shouldn't act like that." They saying she not worth it.
Something along that line.
Yeah, but something along the lines.
But they had to grab him, Nicole. They had to grab him.
I know. This is how we get his actions.
And then you get in the hallway. It's a full-blown out argument between this Kezi person, the steward, and yourself and
Rashida 5,000, the steward over there, right? Rashida, that's her name.
Tamika was going back and forth. I mean, just total disrespect to the members. This young lady. Total disrespect to the members, Nicole.
That's what I was going to agree with you. She was totally disrespecting, and then she was recording without people's permission. But I told her she could record me because she don't even know her job. While you're recording, please know your job and your job duties, which she has no awareness of. She allows Keith to give her information and she go by it. You ask her a question about anything dealing with her job description as a steward, she cannot answer. She don't even know what's her job
But she's
description.
definitely not doing her job, Nicole, because she's not following the preamble or none of that stuff when it comes down to the membership.
And she was the one that was taking off her run for release.
She treated them very disrespectful. I witnessed her being disrespectful to me, and I didn't even know who she was. I'm like, why is this girl talking to me like I don't even know her?
Well, she was taking off her work schedule for release to come and sack the members so we can't get any new business or any business done. So let's put that out. Rashida, her badge number is 5,000 something. You know, she's new. She goes by the direction of Keith Hill. Whatever he tells her to do, she does. She doesn't know her rights because we called them out on her job titles and what she should be doing. We talked to her about the TA. She had no descriptions. We had to tell her what her job was. And then at the 4 or 5 meetings, she still didn't know what her job duties entailed as a steward. She just knew she was a steward and she was getting paid. And she was released from her
assignment. Being taken off on Tuesday to come down there union meeting.
And she was released from her duties on Tuesday because she was supposed to drive the bus. It's not her union day. Her union day is Thursday. She confirmed that. She got a short video that she confirmed. She didn't post it. I was eager to see it. But she confirmed that it wasn't her day. And she was released from her duties. She's in regular clothes. And she was released from her assignment probably at the dime bus. So we're paying her. Tom, what you got?
Now, from my understanding, Keith was down there encouraging her to run. So she definitely wanted Keith girls.
Well, it was a discrepancy with her election where she's supposed to have won about 3 votes or something. So they cheated. So yeah, let's see what Tom got to say. Tom.
Okay. After the meeting was over, I witnessed a couple of threats and everything. One of them was by Keith Hill. We were all standing in the foyer up front there, and we were talking and whatnot. And he tried to put us outside, and we stood there and didn't say nothing. So he tells the girl at the desk, I forget her name.
Tanisha.
Okay. Oh, if they get too loud, just call the police and have them escorted out. This is a place of business, you know.
Well, so wait, Tom, let me talk about that for 1 second.
So, well, hold on.
Okay,
so she said, no, they're not bothering me. So he goes, and Tamika wanted to go see Tano. And he told her she had to be escorted. And, you know, I saw a lot of friction there. Now, by the time Cole Gidley had come in and was waiting to see Tano and sitting there, and Mr. Tion Gatewood comes up, and Cole Gidley asked him a question about something, and Tion did not like the question, so he goes and tells Cole Gidley, don't let this union business get you fucked up.
What?
So I turned to Mr. Gatewood. I said, oh, so you're threatening this man, huh? He says, no, that's not a threat. That's a promise. And then walks away.
Oh, he's feisty.
So everybody, I want you to hear this. Everyone who listens to this report, a union officer, an elected person at Local 241 of the Amalgamated Transit Union has threatened bodily harm upon a member of our union. It is our duty and it is our obligation to put charges on Tion Gatewood and get him removed immediately as an officer. No more dancing around waiting for elections. We need to do our job and hold these scumbags accountable.
If they threaten him, that's right. Well, I want to know, he said, so just to be clear, point of clarity, Tom, because he said he's going, don't get fucked up. That's what he said.
Yeah, he told him, don't let this union business get you fucked up.
Wow. This is crazy. And then I want a point of clarity too.
But Cole Gidley claims he didn't hear nothing like that.
Oh, well, okay. Well, we can't bring him up on charges if Cole didn't hear it.
But I heard it because I turned and said, are you threatening this man?
Right.
And of course, Mr. Jack Barry was standing there, but he'll probably, you know how he'll do.
No, that didn't happen, Tom. You lying. He'll say it in a minute because he's so I think they paying him. That's another one they pay a release to come down to the union meeting. They pay him release. We got to check their side. We got to know when they getting paid because they're not getting paid no more to come down there. They got to come down there on free will, get something back to the members or something. But a point of clarity.
They're not paying him because he worked the box puller at nighttime and he's there.
That don't mean they're not paying him to come down that time.
Well,
we don't know if
they are or not. They're supposed to pay him lost time.
Day off.
They're supposed to pay him lost time.
Why are they supposed to pay him lost time?
Because I mean, that's in other words, they can't pay him to be box puller and to be at the union meeting. It's either one or the other. Either he took off his run and then got paid to be at that union meeting.
So they can't pay him to be at the union meeting and then go to work and be because he worked nights.
Right, he can't get paid. I'm supposed to be getting paid
because they probably doing something slick with night differential because they all thieves. We're gonna find out. We're gonna look into that Jack Barrett situation. But I want a point of clarity, Tom, on something you said about Keith Hill said, if they get too loud, just call the police. Now you said he said that, correct?
Yeah, he told her.
I was there, I heard it. I just want you to say that. I just want to get
that too.
Okay, I heard that too.
Call the police if they get.
And I heard that, and I said, what are you gonna tell them?
Because he claimed he had a Zoom meeting to attend in his office.
I said, what are you gonna tell them? The member, you can't answer the member's questions, so you're gonna call the cops on them.
And it's the members' building.
In the members' building, you're gonna call the police on them.
And that's what Tamika told him. We pay the bills here, and she wanted to use the bathroom. He wanted to escort her everywhere.
Right. Yeah. Those are real problems. We have officers threatening members. They so used to that. That's a big thing within 241. I'm gonna write again.
They think they're gangsters.
Like the mob. Yeah. The mob, want to be mob.
So today I will be emailing Costa about the behavior and what took place at that union meeting.
Well,
have it on record.
Well, and I'm gonna ask Costa to send the IVP.
Let me give you your response. Take it back to the local.
That's okay, but I just need those response. Those response adds up, Tom. They are very valuable.
Trust but I'm gonna write and I'm gonna ask for IVP to attend the next meeting. And I don't want Marcellus Barnes. We want another one. I'm actually gonna look and see.
You might end up with Marcellus Barnes.
I don't want Marcellus Barnes because he seems to be a Keith Hill fan.
That's Keith Buddy.
I know. That's why I'm gonna say anybody. Can we have a new IP that's not connected to Keith that will bring some transparency? Because I asked for transparency to this union.
Ask for Michelle Sumners.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Michelle. She will put it down.
Yeah. I'm going to request that because, it's a good idea to ask for a woman to see if Keith's trying to flex with her. He flexes with all the women and he never flexes with the men. He try, but he always gets in the women's face. So I'm going to ask for her.
Well, so can I say something about
Tom, my name is Michelle Summers, like Summer?
Sumner, right, Tom?
I believe so.
Yeah, Sumner. Not Sumner.
She was the one that when Pace was going through the pandemic,
she put it down.
Her and Cesare worked out the deal for nobody gets laid off. And then Keith Hill come on to Facebook trying to take credit for it, saying, I want to thank Cesare for helping my team. He had nothing to do with that.
Let's see. We can look at the screen history. Oh no, it's Sommers. There it is, Eric. Summers. Right? Well, we definitely
I see her. I see her. I got it. Thank you.
We have are these all the IVPs, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, International Vice President and General Executive Board. Yeah, so we're gonna request her to come into our May meeting and see if we can't get some business taken care of, because in the last 3 meetings we hadn't had any business taken care of.
And that's a damn shame when you can't get one question in new business. That's a violation of our rights and Costa need to uphold our rights. And, you know, he's saying, send it, well, you need to send it back to the membership. Okay, but we sending it back to the membership. The membership is trying to handle it, and he's still blocking our meetings. So the membership can't handle it. So he needs to step in and make sure.
You say, Andre, just a point of clarity, and I have a letter just like you have a letter. Keith Hill said that Costa said our complaints was unfounded. That's not what Costa said. He said take it back to the membership.
That's right.
And I told him that
about no unfounded. Matter of fact, he said it was a very it was a serious concern. He said it.
Right, he did. And Keith said, he told me, well, you know, just email Costa like you've been doing.
And that's what we're gonna do.
And that's what we're gonna do. Because he said it.
Yep, because we're gonna make Keith answer to everything, to everything, because every time we send him, he got to give a response, and all this stuff gonna pile up, and it's gonna bite him in the end.
So,
go ahead.
The sexual harassment or the harassment of members, which includes sexual harassment by officers, after Sister Tamika wrote on some private Facebook groups for 241 members that the vice president of Local 241, was humiliating her, harassing her. I heard reports that the local officers were trying to clean up and trying to discredit her. Is that true?
Right, that's exactly right. Woodrow was at North Park saying that she lied. Those charges was dropped. He never touched her. He this going on. Everybody, 74th Street, they're saying all kind of stuff. So yeah, they're trying to discredit the women that's being assaulted and harassed, sexually assaulted, verbally assaulted, physically assaulted. They're trying to discredit them.
Can I chime in?
You can.
Go ahead.
The story is that the only thing he did to her was say, "Good morning, sweetie," to her. That's what his story is, from what I'm being told.
But point of
clarity. It doesn't make any difference because it's been investigated and found that she was sexually harassed by.
Right. Point of clarity.
I'm just saying that's the story he's telling folks.
A point of clarity.
He didn't do nothing. He just called it sweetie.
Right. But he's the first vice president, and the CTA found him guilty of sexual harassment. So for him to go around and try to spin the story, that's another problem we have.
And it shows you where the CTA at. They done found the brother of sexual harassment, but they still protecting him.
Right, and that goes to safety in the workplace again too. They don't care.
Can I make a point of clarity too about Nicole can testify to this. I'm finna make this statement because I have never made this statement publicly yet.
Before you do that, can you hang on 1 second, Brother Andre? So for those of you, especially the women who are members of Local 241, who find First Vice President Eland's conduct inappropriate, maybe you've been a witness or a victim of it, it is important that you put charges on him and that you at least, in the very least, contact him and all the way up to the secretary and the president and demand that he resign. We cannot let these people think that they can continue to disrespect us. Put pressure on him that Woodrow Eland must resign. Thank you.
Eric, we wish we could. We can't even get these points.
He wasn't at the union meeting though. This month.
He was absent.
But we have to do something. Everybody who's listening cannot just sit here and listen to this recording and nod their head in disappointment and do nothing. If you don't put charges on these people, at least demand that they resign and be very public about it.
Right. I agree. Andre, you had something you want to say?
Okay. This is the first time I'm going to state this openly. I am being harassed by Keith Hill, Clarence Covington, and Roger Love since August 4th, with my name being posted in the locked glass in the union board. Nicole has spoke on this to these guys, and they said they're not doing nothing to remove my name. And now the date is now, it started August 4th, 2021, And now we're in April 2022, and my name is still up there. I have written 2 report the managers to the senior manager. The first senior manager was Luke. He had them remove all my personal information out that union board. They just left my name. So now Luke is gone, and he couldn't get them to take it down because they said they had the right to show that I'm filing charges. Okay, now we got Tony Betts. I wrote a report to manager on him. He's under investigation with it now. He's saying he's going to talk to Keith, see what he's going to do, because it's clear that I'm being harassed because, first of all, the charges that they posted are so old. They're over 2 years old, and you don't need to post something for months at a time. He said it's the first time that he ever seen anything like this, because it's over 600 people that work there. I am not the only one that filed charges. And if I was, it'd be different. But by me being the only one being posted behind that locked glass of the union board, which is supposed to be for the union members, it seems suspicious to the regional CTA manager. He's going to deal with Keith, talk to him about that, to have my name removed. So that's my second report. I'm about to write a third report because it's been 3 weeks I've been waiting. And it don't make no sense. Every time I speak with him, he said, well, I'm going to talk to Keith about that. I haven't had a chance to, but I'm going to do it, but it's clear to him and it's clear to me. Well, it's clear to him there's something strange about the whole thing, because he said he never seen this before, where they post the members' charges in the union board on a member. Now, if everybody, and I told him if everybody was posted in there, I wouldn't have no problem. But why am I so special? And the reason I'm so special, because I'm being harassed and bullied in the workplace. Now, if it wasn't in the workplace, we wouldn't have no problem. But CTA have an obligation to protect me while I'm in the workplace.
And you, by doing what you're doing, Brother Andre and others, by organizing, helping coworkers know about their rights, encouraging them to stand up for each other, this is against what the ATU Chicago elected leadership wants. And what they're doing is they're not intimidating you, but they're trying to intimidate others who would listen to you and be inspired by you.
That's right.
Because they fear that if another Andre, another Nicole, another Tom, Kathy starts popping off, they will lose control. So they are actually going to the managers to punish union members. This is totally unethical and it is wrong. And we must speak out against it.
Yeah, I spoke about it in the union meeting because Keith Hill has a problem with saying things like this in the union meeting. Andre, you know better. You used to be a union. I said, look, Keith, he used to be. Let's call these ones that are executive board and stewards for what they is. Don't talk about the past. But even with that letter posted in 103rd Street Garage, I wrote John Acosta about it. And I told him I wanted to bring them up on every executive board member who passed it out upon charges. He said take it back to the membership, but again, I can't do that when they don't let me address it in the meeting. So it starts with the leadership, which Keith is a bad leader because he only wants his agenda to go past. He don't want the members to run their own union. He wants to be in power, but it's sad, and I wish we could bring people up on charges. He'd be the first one I bring up on charges. Well, matter of fact, I bring them all up on charges.
And this ain't nothing but slander, bullying, and attack on my name. And I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna bring this out because now it's time to bring it out. It's been sitting up there for over 6 months, and it's just only me, and we got over 600 members at the garage. And this is clear slander, trying to slander my name. But this is not stopping me from standing up.
It's not. And I'm proud of you. Kathy got her hand up.
Yeah, I just thought about something. Well, John Costa and the International, I agree. They do not seem very willing to respond to your emails in the way we would hope. So as far as bringing up these union leaders on charges, through the international. How about we do it through ourselves? How about we bring them up on charges with some nice glossy flyer? What are the charges? What should happen to them? They should have their asses kicked. That's what should happen to them. But yeah, but anyway, I don't know. That could be some kind of a organizing tool to get more people fired up, because the international is not gonna go against them. They're just not.
Well, point of clarity, Kathy.
You can't.
Kathy. Did I say your name wrong?
What?
I thought I said your name wrong. But
no.
Clarity, someone brought to my attention that the reason John Acosta may or may not, intervene with Keith, because when it was time for Acosta to become the president, Keith was out campaigning for him, which a campaign favor is not a campaign favor to the members who's paying him $1.2 million a year. That's a lot of money. He needs to do his job as well as Keith.
Yeah, but he ain't.
Sad.
In reference to 103rd Garage, what do they have posted over there on Andre?
He filed a labor charge. And he didn't win. So they posted. I filed a whole bunch of labor charges. They never post mine up there. I asked Keith, why did they post just his? Because I file them all the time and I've lost some, but they don't post mine.
You shouldn't say you lost it. What happens is it's not enough information to warrant a hearing. So don't say you lost.
Well, no.
They were dismissed from having a full-blown labor board hearing, but that don't mean it didn't take place. They just didn't get enough information to go forward with the hearing.
I'm saying, they never posted, because mine be very pertinent and the members will be concerned what I filed a complaint on. We even brought it up in the meeting. They said it's a motion on the floor that these be read because they feel like it's frivolous. I said, well, bring them to the membership so the memberships can see exactly what the other members are complaining about. They don't do that. Because
there's no such thing as a frivolous charge, because it's the members' concern and it's the members' money. And all of a sudden he want to be concerned about how the members are spending their money on charges against them when they are actually stealing the members' money. They're wasting the members' money. They don't use the member money to pay out lawsuits that they lost. And the members don't know nothing about that. They done lost hundreds of thousands of dollars into this building on 83rd Street of the members' money, and the members don't know nothing about that. And that reflects in the LM2 under Tower Legal 2018, 2019. You will see hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars been spent on that building on 83rd that they never got. And I believe they was never gonna get it. I believe it was a scam to siphon money from the union treasury through the lawyer, Tower Legal. The same lawyer that served me a lawsuit in the union meeting in December of 2017.
Well, it went nowhere. It's frivolous, Tom.
But that was a scam. See, that's money, Nicole. That's billing.
That's billing. Right. We got a lot of scams going on. It's just a joke to try to make you look bad. We know better. You look good to me, Andre. I like everything you do.
Thank you, ma'am.
So this paper is from the labor board, is what they're posting.
Yeah, and they just posted a recent one. Now I got two. Now I got two of them up there because they posted the one I just lost against Woodrow, saying that he told when I told him, when I filed a complaint, saying he told us we couldn't wear our uniforms on the off day when we was passing out these flyers. They didn't get enough information, so they dismissed the charges. So now I got two postings up there. But the thing is, the members can't read none of it because it's behind a locked glass and it's several pages of it. I can't get it. The members can't get it. They can't turn no pages. So it's just pure bullying, pure slander, pure harassment on people that I pay their salaries to.
It's got all your personal information, your address and all that?
Yeah, it was in the beginning. Yes, it was. I had to get the manager, and he agreed. He called Keith and told Keith, "You got to take you got to black out his personal information." So Roger Love opened it up, Clarence Coven opened it up, and they blacked out my personal information and then put it right back up there. And it's like a proud trophy for those two crooked, rotten union officials: Clarence Covington, Roger Love, 103rd Street Garage.
But Roger Love's gonna do right. He told me he was gonna do right, Andre, because you know
No,
I told
he ain't doing right. They ain't doing right. How's that doing right?
no.
My stuff's still up there, Nicole.
I said he told me he was gonna do better. I didn't say that he's
Okay.
doing right now. I'm
All
gonna
right,
hold it.
everybody.
It's a little too late for that now, don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so we're way over.
Yeah, we are.
Tom, you had your hand up. Did you have a last thing to say?
No, I'm finished.
Okay, so just a little point here. Whenever you guys are not talking, please mute yourself. Otherwise, I gotta mute you, and that makes me feel bad. So I put on screen a spreadsheet for the Chicago Transit Justice Coalition Google Sheets. All right, and we are going to stop just talking. We are going to whenever we get information about these officers, and we're going to encourage people to go to chicagotransitworker.com and click on, we're going to give them union reformation. And there's something called officer reports. Oops, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Reports. And it's called union officer evaluations. Please submit your evaluations, your reports about these officers, the good and the not so good. And then we will put them in this spreadsheet. For the organizers on the call, I'll give you the link. All you need is the Google Sheets app, and you can actually fill these in. We got lots of officers. You're just gonna list every item with basic information, and that way we can build charges. Is everybody okay with that?
I think that we should do it in the way that Kathy said it, because let's just put it out there and let the members understand in their minds, because we can do it the old fashioned way, which take a long time and a lot of process, but we can do it the quick way and just put it out there, put them on blast with the charges that the members are posing ourselves.
Well, that's what this is.
Okay.
And this is something that everyone can participate in. So we can ask people to send in information and we will post it, or they can type it in and we will make sure it goes in the right column. Whatever it is, we need these people to see their names and all this crap that they do.
Well, maybe you should make it easy, like up front. In other words, instead of going through all this stuff to get to it, can we make a link that puts it out right away so the members can like look at it and understand this is what we want to do. And the only thing I do is touch it and it opens up and it goes right into it, because to have the members navigate to it, it's a little more difficult. But if you just put it out in an advertisement way right away, the members can just see it and understand this is what's taking place right now. Can we do it like that?
So yeah, it can be promoted any way we want. Any way we want.
Let's promote the way we promote our rallies and protests. Put it like that.
That's fine, but we have to build it up first. So if there's any feedback, as far as how the structure is here about entering stuff, please let's build that out, before we release it, So
okay.
Is this okay? Do you see what y'all see on screen? Is that kind of okay? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
like the idea, Eric. I like it.
Okay. All right. So then what we'll do is, as the Justice Coalition, we'll put the link for this, the link for the forms, and then we'll make a series of posts. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
And then
making the members understand that we want charges openly. We want open charges on these guys. In other words, when the members look at it, they see, oh, there's open charges on the union officers, the 241. Yeah, that sounds interesting. The same way we do our rallies. They look at it, they then open it up, and it lets them know with time and place and things of that nature. But the initial print gets their attention.
All right, so we have to do online versions, and then we have to do a flyer. Okay,
that sounds good.
Okay.
In the meantime, did everybody get a chance to look at the article from our protest at the porta parties on 67 and the South Shore Drive? I made 200 copies. I'm passing them out. A lot of members a lot of the females, especially at the garage, are embracing that because they just think it's cool that person
Andre?
that they see is on the person that put it together is on the flyer. They be like, oh, that's you, you know. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Andre?
Yeah, ma'am.
You're out of order.
Oh.
This is a meeting of what happened for 241 union meeting. We have another meeting. We have to,
that was a point of personal privilege.
I know it was, but we have to save that because we have to somehow end this meeting so we can get to our next one.
But that don't start till 1:30, right?
But we need to address that in our next one because that's what we handle all those things.
Okay.
This call so our moderator can get ready for that one.
10-4, boss.
Okay, Kathy, you have something else because we need to close out this.
No.
We're way
Okay. This will be the last comment for me. Now at the next, I know I haven't been coming to the 241 meetings, but I could come to the next one with a nice big sign. We charge Keith Hill with XYZ. We charge.
That's really
that's good one, Kathy. That is a good one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get there early. Oh, well, I'll tell y'all later.
Yes, we need to get. Let's all get there at 9 o'clock and protest for an hour.
But let's go to breakfast first. Let's go to breakfast first, so we be nice and warm and full, and then we protest for an hour. Then we go in to meet. That sounds good to me.
That sounds good. Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a breakfast place right down the street on the next block on,
because then I won't be
on 14th or 16th, 14th or 15th Street.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
So Eric, I think we can conclude this meeting. Thank you for always taking the time out to help us put these together. I think it was very it had a lot of information of a lot of things that's going on in our union.
All right, everybody. That's it. We'll wrap this up. When do you want it published? When do you want this published?
Right away, as soon as you can publish it, brother.
Right, and whatever you have time to do, because we know you're busy and you still have other things for today.